Haven't cooked in a long while, but I am back. I'm back. And I want you guys to guess what I'm cooking today. I just got back from Publix, you guys. I have baby carrots. I have an onion, celery. It's so crazy. Growing up, I was not a fan of celery, but certain foods, you gotta have it in there. I have potatoes, the beef broth. Ta-da-da! What am I making? I am cooking pot roast, you guys. And this is definitely beef. We're not doing the pork. And so either meat you choose will do just fine. Hi guys, thank you all so very much for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. It's about over 2.5 pounds, so therefore we're going to cook it for at least 6 to 7 hours. So let's get started. For our seasoning, you guys, I am going to use a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, salt, a little bit of Creole seasoning, not too much, and of course I'm going to use oregano, just a little splash. And I'm so addicted to garlic, you guys. I don't cook anything without garlic, so I have 3 cloves of garlic. I know some may not agree, but you guys, I definitely just rinse out my meat with vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice because it's just something that we do, you know what I'm saying? Especially with my background, I can't have meat without cleaning it first, so therefore that's what I just did. Pat dry with napkins. So what I'm doing right now, I have about a tablespoon of garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of black pepper, and of course the Creole seasoning. And I'm just going to mix that up really good together, you guys. And just sprinkle some of that seasoning onto the meat on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is going to place the meat into my skillet. Oh, child, I couldn't even think. And then to brown the meat on both sides really good before I throw it in the crock pot. And you guys, if you don't have a crock pot, no need to fret. Just keep all the steps. But of course, instead of putting it into the crock pot, you're going to put it into the conventional oven at 350 or 375, depending on the size of your meat. And you're going to cook that anywhere from 4 to 6 or 8 hours, depending on how big your meat is. So we're just going to rub that in there really good. So we're gonna go and put this on the skillet flat down first, and then while it's on the pot, I'll go ahead and seasoning the other side because I don't want to lose all this goodness. We just sprinkled all in there. While the pot roast is getting its beautiful color, we are going to start getting our vegetables together. You don't want to cut your potatoes too small, well, any of your vegetables for that rather, because this is a crock pot method and you don't want your vegetables to melt or, you know, shrink and all that good stuff. And look at that juicy meat, you guys. All the seasoning is in there and it got a nice coating to it. And all that's going to do, you guys, I know a lot of people will probably ask, like, why do you even sear it before you put it in the crock pot? And I genuinely believe that's how you lock in all the moistures and the flavor and the juiciness of the meat. This is the reason why I coat it. So we're going to add our vegetables, you guys. I'm going to add in the potatoes. And I know some people like to put their meat either on the bottom or, you know, at the top. Some like it at the top so that all the juices can go into the vegetables. But I like my meat in the bottom only because to me I feel like that ensures that the meat is going to get all the heat that it needs to be super juicy and tender. And if you notice, all my vegetables are super whole because once again, this is a crock pot method, so it will be in there for 6 hours, you guys, and you don't want those vegetables to start to disappear on you. So keep them as whole as possible. Not as whole, I'm sorry. Cut them in big chunks, if that makes sense. Just going to add all that in there. The carrots. I did chop up the celery because I don't like the taste of celery, you guys. But I know this is one of those vegetables that goes in pot roast. So if you notice, I did chop up my celery. Hopefully they will disintegrate and I won't have to deal with them too much. And my garlic, you guys, they too will disintegrate. So I just pound them real quick and I'm throwing that all in there. We love garlic. Eat your garlic, guys. It's good for you. Okay, cheat code alert, you guys. I am not going to lie. My schedule is super hectic and super all over the place. So I'm really just trying to cook this fast, throw it in the crock pot, forget about it while I go run the rest of my errands. So this is a little cheat code. I am going to use this packaging with 1 cup of water. I'm mixing it real well and then throwing that in there with my beef broth. And that will be all, you guys. Now if you don't want to go this route, you can create your own roux by throwing a little bit of flour, onions, and cooking that down and then adding your water, and that will create your own personal gravy. But like I said, I don't have time for that, so this is my cheat code. Don't judge me. If you did use a cheat code like myself, this is how it's going to look, you guys. Nothing too crazy, and we're just going to pour that goodness all over. Make sure all your vegetables get some. Yes. So that was 1 cup of the seasoning, you guys, or the cheat code. We'll call it the cheat code. And another cup of the beef broth. If you want your gravy a little soupier, then you'll add more beef broth to the mix. And then going to top it off with the rest of your seasonings. A little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. We won't be adding the Creole seasoning to this, you guys, because the Creole seasoning do have a lot of flavor and we don't want it to be salty. And just a sprinkle salt. Now we're going to put this on high, you guys, and then forget about it for 6 hours, but we're shooting for 7 for this since it was a little bit over 2.5 pounds. And then we'll show you guys the final results. See you soon. Quick update, you guys. We're probably a good 5.5, 6 hours in, and I want to show you guys how this is going. So far so good. The house smells delicious. I'm gonna try to get it out the way so that the steam don't hit the phone too much. I did add a little bit of red pepper flakes in here that I didn't show you guys on camera, and also a Maggi cube, a beef Maggi cube. Look at that, you guys. It's not all the way done yet, but it is starting to fall apart. Yes. Look at that. That's what we need. It's going to be so juicy. It's looking delicious so far, you guys. So we're going to finish it off. Honestly, in a good 2 hours, this should be ready to go. And I am going to top mine with a side of white rice. And you're welcome to have this with potatoes or whatever you see fit. But I am Haitian, you guys, and we love rice. We eat rice with everything. So we will be serving this with white rice. Stay tuned. I also added a bay leaf to the pot, you guys. I completely forgot to mention that. And here we go. Look at that, you guys. Yes, I'm so excited and I honestly cannot wait to sit down and eat. This took a total of 7 hours, you guys, to make sure that it was super juicy and tender and just falling and melting in your mouth. Yes, I hope you guys get to try this delicious meal. It's so filling. It's a great Sunday dinner. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Until next time, peace and love.